Our next game, guys, turned a little bit of a rock fight here between the Bengals and the Browns. A very bizarre game, or maybe not so bizarre if you expected the Bengals to once again get off to a slow start. The leading scorer, yes, that is Dylan Sampson, and then a very small drop down to Club Said is back and better than ever. Harold Fannin getting in on the action, and then the two Bengals in Chase Brown and Noah Fant. Probably not the Bengal you expected to hear at the top of that board in Noah Fant. Let's hear from the Bengals in general on another slow start and some struggles on offense.
I left two plays out there. You know what I'm saying? I dropped one and I didn't get my feet down on the other. So, you know, I'm not upset, but, you know, I feel like I left something out there. I've been here long enough to know this whole year is a roller coaster. The first game is going to be a roller coaster. It's sports. At the end of the day, I just got to, you know, be me, be myself, and provide for the team.
Defense stepped up. You know, the first half we were really rolling on offense, and then, you know, it feels like we barely got a first down in the second half. So we got to get that fixed.
Bengals just kind of have these random games. Like, I don't know why.
Like in week one.
Yeah.
Always week one. That's the point.
Yeah, even still, like Joe Burrow, they'll just have these, like even last year towards the end of the season, like Burrow was amazing in the second half of the season, but like had a bad game in the last week against the Steelers. They just have these random games that pop up. They do tend to be earlier in the season. I think this is mainly just Myles Garrett, who is still probably, along with Micah Parsons, the best defensive player in football, going up against a very suspect offensive line. Just kind of wrecked everything. If I'm a Bengals fan, I'm happy Joe Burrow got out of that game alive with the way that Myles Garrett was coming. They got sacked on 3 plays in a row. And I think that you just throw this one out, happy to bank the win, and that they'll be fine going forward.
His last 3 week one games, Joe Burrow averages 6.7 fantasy points per game. He's got 1 total touchdown pass. Jamar Chase under 10 fantasy points in each of his last 3 week one games. T. Higgins, you think about the 2 week one games against Cleveland 2023, and then this year, 33 total yards. He didn't play in 2024 week one. So I just, they start slow. It's just it's the weirdest thing in the world. There's no real takeaway. Like you're
sitting them.
You're gonna be fine with it. I think the more interesting story, like we know what Cincinnati is. Noah Fant got loose for one. Whatever. We know what Cincinnati is. Chase Brown I thought was really good as well. Team had 25 running back touches. 23 went to Chase Brown as well. He got all the team's red zone rushes. Chase Brown is going to be exactly what you drafted him to be, which is an RB1. I think the more interesting conversation here is Cleveland. Comeback player of the year, Joe Flacco. I thought, jokes aside,
looked pretty good.
Looked pretty good.
Yeah, he looked
Now,
good.
he was going against the Cincinnati Bengals defense, but still.
He was ripping it, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's still got his arm. That's seemingly never going to go away.
No, and that's what we want from Joe Flacco. We want slinging Joe Flacco. That's what we talked about here. Now, the weird part is who he slung it to. Right? So I thought David Njoku had a big game. He had 6 targets, 3 for 37, but it was Harold Fannin, who we've talked a little bit about that he's rising up. But Connor, are you surprised to see this out of Fannin, the rookie out of Bowling Green?
This early, yeah, because you have Njoku in front of him.
Yeah.
There's other mouths to feed in the offense. I know they used the top 100 pick on Fannin, and he was one of the rare tight ends that was the focal point of his college offense. College tight ends, typically, the only 2 I could think of in the last couple of years that are notable, Trey McBride and Harold Fannin. Trey McBride in the Colorado State offense, Harold Fannin in Bowling Green's offense in action. They were the guys. So it's not shocking because he's done it before, but it's a little surprising this early.
Yeah, and again, it was against the Cincinnati Bengals defense, but certainly we'll talk about Fannin a lot tomorrow, I'm sure, as we will with Dylan Sampson. So we got news over the weekend that Quinshon Judkins had signed. He was not active for this game. So it was Dylan Sampson and Jerome Ford. We thought Ford would be the guy, and he was not. Sampson got more of the carries, didn't do much, 12 for 29 in this one, but really, he was really involved in the passing game. 8 for 64 on 8 targets. He got every ball that went to him. He out-touched Jerome Ford 20-7. He had a 19% target share, but only played 45% of the snaps.
Right.
Are you surprised that Sampson got this much work in the passing game?
A little bit. It's something he did well at Tennessee. I just didn't think we'd see this week one where it's constant. My take on the Cleveland backfield is, in a matter of time, Judkins is just going to be the guy, and these guys are going to be kind of afterthoughts. With the premium pick they spent on Judkins, how they're going to use him, because Sampson is not going to get any carries when Judkins is ready, so then you need the 6 catches. And maybe if the Browns are playing from behind a lot, but they might play a lot of games like this that are just ugly.
Yeah, just ugly fights. The last thing we'll say here, Club Said, always open.
Cedric Tillman is good. I don't know
Yeah.
I know it's been a running joke on this for a while, but
Yeah.
Cedric Tillman is a really good player. He's a nice possession receiver. He's a big body player that catches touchdowns. That's repeatable. So if you took Cedric Tillman for free at the end of your draft, good for you. You got a flex option if you really need one.
Over his last 5 full games dating back to last season, averaging 18.1 fantasy points per game.
That's crazy.
Club said, always open. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and Rotoworld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.